Hello, boys and girls. This is your first lesson in Fundamentals of Sentence Writing, or what I like to call FSW. So I want to talk to you about a couple of things today before we start in on our practice. So first, what are the 5 requirements of a complete sentence? The first one is to start every sentence with a capital letter. And boys and girls, this is the symbol we're going to use to signify that a sentence needs a capital letter. So 3 lines under a letter that needs to be capitalized. The second requirement is that a sentence have end punctuation, such as a period, a question mark, or an exclamation point. And if a sentence is needing one of those, we're going to put one of those in and then circle it. The third requirement of a complete sentence is that it have a subject. We're going to mark every subject with the letter S. A subject is a person, place, thing, or idea. The fourth requirement is that it has a verb or an action word or a being verb. And we'll mark all of our verbs with the letter V. And last but not least, the sentence needs to make sense. Okay, so here are all the symbols that we're going to need to remember when we're marking our sentences. 3 lines for a capital, S for the subject, V for the verb, our end punctuation, and make sense. We won't use the arrow, but we're just going to check and make sure our sentences make sense. Okay, so let's look at subjects first. All right. As I said a little bit ago, the subject of a sentence is the person, place, thing, quality, or idea that the sentence is about. Here are a few examples where the subject of the sentence is underlined. Jenna went for a walk. So in this sentence, Jenna is underlined, and the subject is a person. The next one, the store was closed. You'll notice that store is underlined, and that noun is a place. Balloons rose into the sky. Balloons are things, another kind of subject or noun. Silence filled the streets. Silence is a quality. That's probably the hardest one to identify. Peace was declared at midnight, and that is an idea. Peace is a noun in that sentence. Okay, and last but not least, let's talk about verbs. Action verbs are words that show the action of the subject of the sentence. So we've got body actions like walk and run, and mind actions such as think and want. Let's take a look at our practice. For today, you're going to get a learning sheet that says 1C and 1D. I'm going to show you how to complete 1A first. So it says check whether each sentence begins with a capital letter, has end punctuation, and makes sense. And we need to fix the sentence by adding a capital letter or end punctuation, or by changing a word. So here's some examples. The boys played ball. In this case, the needed a capital letter. But remember, we're not going to correct our capital letters like this. We're going to put 3 lines underneath to represent that this needs to be capitalized. The dog ran. This one needed a period, so 1 was put in, and we circle that punctuation mark. And last, Sally sang a tree. Did not make sense, so we had to cross out the word tree and put in a word that did make sense. Number 1, the moon swam. Well, I've got a capital letter. I've got a verb. The verb is swam. And who or what swam? The moon did. So that is my subject. It has a period at the end, but the moon can't swim. So I'm going to cross out swim, and I can put the word shines. Would make more sense. So the moon shines. Capitals. Okay, your job is to complete independently 1C and 1D.